question. I couldn't answer it.
I was almost going to.
From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello, my tipsy shamrock people. What's the problem here?
They can't hear her.
I can't hear.
Screw her. She's a bitch. After her comment a minute ago.
I don't know. We'll fix her.
Just wanted to know.
Fine.
Question.
She'll
Ate a salad
she'll
before.
be fine. Mark, good week.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, you get a whole week off coming up.
Friday until the next Tuesday because I have the 8th off for the eclipse.
For the eclipse. Look at this. Added day.
Yep.
Very nice. Laura's here. What's going on? She's got she's got her male friend, as she said. Laura has a legitimate thing. She said that she doesn't want to refer to the new guy in her life as her boyfriend because she feels like she's too old to say boyfriend.
I agree with that.
I agree.
I
too.
can
I
agree
think
with that too.
Yeah, I just think boyfriend is
My mom, who's in her mid to late 70s now, she had a boyfriend, and she didn't know what to say, so she would just say her friend, and for the same reason. And I remember a guy. Anybody know Arnie Rothschild?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Arnie once introduced a woman. I think he was dating her, and he introduced her as, "This is my very best friend," instead of saying.
I was gonna say not many females are gonna go for that.
You're not
Well,
taking my best friends.
No, well,
Yeah.
I would think not. But but he said that, and my mother was like, she loved it because she's like, at our age, it's so weird to say boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah. Well,
I
and
think
somebody
most
said
people-
partner. Like, is that your partner? I'm like,
Companion?
well, that just feels I don't know.
Too committal.
Too gay.
No, like it seems like yes.
What do you mean
this is
gay?
what
You
a
say
safe-
What are you talking
When you
about?
say partner,
oh
partner.
God, you've never been
Yeah.
anybody's partner.
Oh, you're a dumbass.
What do you mean I'm a dumbass?
Partner usually means.
Wait, let's go to a guy who's been married before.
Okay.
Oh, right down at the end of the table.
I agree with Mark.
What?
I feel like that's what the gay community uses as
Oh,
call each other.
I didn't even think of that, Mark. I didn't. I often think of a lot of
He
times.
was trying to explain it to you. Craig kept murdering him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I like doing that.
Wow.
Mark.
Fuck.
No, I like
Stupid.
Stir that pot.
I didn't call him stupid or a dumb fuck. I would never do that.
No, but you were thinking it. We can see it in
Well,
your
maybe.
eyes.
I mean, it might
So you
possibly.
might
Your
as well
glasses
say
have
it.
teleprompter.
No, I would never say that. That's a great point.
He's got me for
I
that.
take it back. But I
Yeah.
always thought like partner, honestly, I think of a lot of times in a marriage, a partner is it's somebody who kind of is in step with you, right? Is there to support you, not sort of get in your way. They do their thing, but you're there for each other. I don't know. That's how I thought of it, but I didn't think of the other way.
Yeah.
I won't
Like I
repeat
said.
it, but I liked my comment. I liked my name for it best.
What did you say?
Well, I'm not going to repeat it on the show.
Oh shit.
You heard it.
God.
He yelled at me.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, earlier.
Yes.
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 Off air.
Matt, the brackets do well for you?
Brackets did well.
All
It's
right,
busy.
good. Yeah, that's good because there were some great games.
There were some really good games.
There were some great games. I think I still had Marquette in it, and then they made it to the Sweet 16, didn't they?
Oh, didn't they lose?
Oh, they did.
No, who'd they play yesterday? I can't remember.
I can't remember now either.
I think
'cause
they
Kansas
pulled.
is like
I
a
think they
blow.
would.
Kansas can kiss my ass.
Yeah, I think
with their
Marquette pulled away.
Yeah.
-4 pricks.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Bastards.
but I mean, all of them. Kentucky out in the first round to Oakland. What is that?
It's the second time though.
Yes.
In 2 years or 3 years.
That's who my
Is
one
that the-
son had going the whole way, winning.
The
was
Kentucky. Is
Yep.
that the one and done program? I think that
It is because
yes.
in 2022 they were number 1 seed, lost to a 16. Maybe it was two.
Taylor
maybe
Perry's
it was
on the
2
hot
and 15.
on the
I
hot
take that
seat
back.
with the alumni right now.
He
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
Should be.
My youngest son is in town, loves playing basketball, so I had to find a gym, and I belong to LA Fitness. So down in Henrietta, there's Esporta, which is also LA Fitness. There's going to be LA Fitness, and they have a gym there. So we went there the other day, shooting baskets and all this. He was so proud because he dropped like 45 points over 5 games on me. Today we go there, and there's a bunch of guys who come in. They're playing on the other half, and they go, "Hey, you guys, you want to play 5-on-5?" And some of these guys are big, and I never played organized basketball because I had never been cut from a sport ever in my life, and I knew I could cut from basketball, and I didn't think I could handle it, so I never tried out. So I'm like, no. So my son looks at me and goes, come on, Dad, come on. So finally I gave in.
Did you dunk?
Did I dunk? I went down during the game. I fucking dropped. Like I went to I fell. I slipped and fell. And all of a sudden you
Somebody
hear
break your knees?
a collective like, oh, I don't even know. I think Jameson did. Jameson scored. We were playing to 15. Jameson scored 4 buckets.
Hey, good for
With
him.
these kids, and some of these guys are in their 20s. Some were in their. There was one that Jameson swears was older than me. I don't think they were. I think I was the oldest guy in the court. I think I was definitely there.
Did you go down to fake a heart attack so you can get out?
No, I did not. No, but I was so ugly. The ball fucking pretended to be injured. It didn't want me touching it anymore. Now I did score a point. 1. I did get a couple rebounds. Once I got in the rhythm, I love basketball. I love watching basketball. I just never played organized basketball.
I could see you like Philip Seymour Hoffman in that movie with Jennifer Aniston and Ben Stiller. Throwing Rainmaker and missing it by 10 feet.
Well, there was some guy who kept he was shooting. He's calling his shots as he's going down. And he goes, God damn it, I can't hit anything. And Jameson's running up the court with me going, geez, I don't know about that guy. And, he's 14, but he's 5'10", almost 5'11". So he'll be pretty big when he gets going. And he loves the game, but man, Mark, I was like,
It's fun to watch people play.
yeah, it's fun to watch people play.
Right.
It's fun to watch people play.
I've
How many
got
times-
to,
How many times did you look toward the door waiting for somebody to walk in and take your spot?
Some guy came in and I waved, and Jameson goes, no, Dad, come on. And they go, you got to have father-son. And then Jameson's just raining on me. I mean, he rained. And there was another guy who stepped back from behind the three-point line. I jump up. I switched to Jameson. Goes, man, that was right in your mouth. I'm like, I'm getting shit-talked. I'm getting rained on. It was terrible.
I've
Terrible.
gone to Rochester Sports Garden a few times lately, and I was there on Sunday and watching this team play, and this 58-year-old guy was so good. He actually looks like our friend EDR, older black man, and so I ended up talking to him at the end of the game.
Of course you did.
And
Rose will be
Another
there
male
waiting.
friend.
he was saying, he's like, I still play. I feel blessed. But he was amazing.
Yeah.
Threes all day long.
Yeah, there was some guy. There was just a behemoth of a guy. He had to be 6'4", 6'5", and just wide. And he was on my team, so I would just feed him the ball. It was I had a friend who wound up working in L.A. He gets out there before his family does, and I think at USC they would run this game, and anybody could come and play, but you had to sign up. So you had to say what your level was. So, there was some college. Well, he played college, but he played Division III college. So he gets out there, and he ends up on a team with John Sally. Now, John Sally was part of the Detroit Pistons, one of the bad boys back in the day. I mean, their whole thing with Michael Jordan was don't let him in. They would just beat the shit out of Jordan when he came in the paint. So he said he was with Sally, and it was if you lost 2 games in this round robin, you would be out. And it was guys like Terrell Owens was in there playing. And he said this young team from USC was just running the court, but all he would do was just bring it up, pass it to Sally, and Sally would shoot and win. But it was 3-on-3. But these guys take it serious, and they play all day long. Yeah. And Sally's not young. I don't know how old he is now, but he's got to be.
He's in his 50s.
He's got to be in the later 50s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, because that guy
He was
in
at
the
Nick in the
mid-80s, right?
mid-90s, wasn't he?
He was, I thought, late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s is what I'm remembering.
Well, I thought he was at Nick at the end, too. Wasn't he on that team in 94?
He
Could
might
have
have
been,
been, yeah.
yes, he could have been. I don't remember that. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
He might even
I'm
be
just
older than that.
Yeah, he might be.
He might be closer to 60.
Yeah?
I mean, in the 90s, he was probably 35.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. God
Possibility.
damn, it's 30 years ago in
we're old.
94.
It just seems so weird.
Yeah, it does. Where did it go, Mark?
know.
I don't feel any
I
older.
don't feel any older
59.
either.
59. You
59,
called it.
yeah.
That was a great call.
I feel old when I get up in the morning,
Do you?
Yeah, I pull a muscle getting out of bed.
Sneeze, my back goes out. It's all kinds of shit.
His
All right.
last year was
Before-
1999. He played with the Lakers for 45 games.
Wow.
1999,
Well, it's
2000.
like a half season. Right?
99, man.
Yeah.
Before you guys got here, we were talking about Y2K and where we were, and
Yeah.
they both have fond memories. I was like, I was 15.
Oh, yeah.
We all waited for midnight for everything to crash.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yep,
Nothing
that's
happened.
what we were
Nothing
talking
Oh,
about.
this is a letdown.
They put me, that was my first day at Time, it was my first night by myself at Time Warner.
For what? They trusted you?
Yes.
How stressed were you? You had to be stressed. That's a stressful thing.
You know, they had people there though, but you know, you're putting me in on the night that everything's supposed to just shut down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was super stressed.
And you wanted to party probably.
Well,
yeah, because
Yeah.
I was doing an overnight.
yeah. So what were you, about 28, 29?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20
Yeah,
It was,
I
it
was-
was 1999.
Yep, I was in the British Virgin Islands for Y2K. It was a wonderful time in Tortola.
Hitting threes out there too.
Yeah, there I could hit threes. All right, so Roadhouse, the new movie.
All right.
So I put up on Facebook.
You got that from
No,
Reagan. I saw you got that. I'd go to bed. What was it? What was it?
I got it from where?
There was someone I went out when I was going on TikTok. Brian Reagan, is that a comedian? Someone said the exact same thing. So I thought you got
Brian
it from him.
Regan.
Oh, I didn't see Brian Regan say it.
Yeah.
Well, then that's hack. Then it's completely hack.
Maybe he stole it from you.
No, believe me, Brian Regan didn't steal it from
I
me.
think it was Brian. It was a comedian. I think that's what it was.
Well, I just said that, what I said was watch the original. And if you want to see the new Roadhouse, watch the original and go to bed. Now, Roadhouse as a movie, the original, which, by the way, I'm disappointed now. I was so proud of that line. I thought I was
yeah, I saw it and I'm going, oh, he got it. I'm like,
no, I would never rip somebody else off, especially like that.
yeah.
On social media where everybody can see it. Well, anyway.
Are we sure he said the exact
Yes,
same thing?
exact same thing. That's why I thought he got it.
No, I didn't. Yeah, look at that.
I'll find it.
No, I believe you.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you at all.
Same picture and everything.
I'm
right?
just saying that it's it's a hack thing. I loved the original Roadhouse. I watch it every time it's on. And then I actually watched it on Netflix and everything. It is an awful movie. It is terrible, and it's so bad it's great. It's great in every way. It's great because it's done. It just makes a little more sense. I love the sex scene when I was a kid. When did that come out? In 1989. I'm like 17 years old. That sex scene where he gets her up against the wall and all that. Man, I think I railed up right in the theater on that one. I thought it was. I did. I thought that, and I loved the movie. I loved the fight scenes, and I loved that he was, small. Right? They would always go, I thought you were bigger. I thought you were bigger. Matter of fact, I have the trailer for the original. Here it is.
Can I buy you guys a drink?
Patrick Swayze, the late Patrick Swayze.
Guess not.
The fights. And then Sam Elliott shows up.
Yeah.
And they put a knife in Sam's back.
Oh, man.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Opinions vary.
When he's around, anything can happen,
How does a guy like you end up a bouncer?
Just lucky, I guess.
and usually does.
If somebody gets in your face, I want you to be nice.
See, great lines like that, too.
Don't
Right.
Cheesy,
Ask
just
him to
cheesy
walk,
enough.
But be nice.
Help this gentleman to the door.
Until it's time.
To not be nice.
So
We used that as a line when we started the podcast.
He may be hard to handle,
I keep talking, you're gonna go off thinking I'm a nice guy.
I know you're not a nice guy.
but he's
Even in the
easy to
trailer,
like.
they show that sex scene where he gets her up against the wall. And I always thought she was really hot.
The Kelly Lynch?
Yeah.
Not what you'd expect.
I thought you'd be bigger.
But there's one
Terry
thing you
Funk's
can
in it,
count
too.
on. He's the best.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
A good time ever had.
And Chuck Healy band.
Jeff Healy.
You know what? I'm totally talking myself out of liking this one now that we're
Okay. So I just
I
love
just
that.
thought in the original that Patrick Swayze was more badass than Jake Gyllenhaal was.
But they tried.
I'll
Like
tell you what.
he didn't have to try to be badass. He just sounded more badass.
He did. I know what you're saying. Like his on-screen presence. There was a presence
Just
about
even in
him.
his voice, you could.
But Jake Gyllenhaal, Jesus Christ, that guy must have gone through some kind of.
Yeah.
He must have worked his ass off. He is in phenomenal shape. I mean, he looks like he could be an MMA fighter.
They said he gained like 50 pounds of muscle.
Oh, it's possible. Muscle weighs way more. I mean, he
Yeah.
looked really thin to me, but lean, like lean. And all his fight scenes looked legit for the most part, except for the net. Well, I mean, in the ring and stuff.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
And I didn't hate when they would show you where the camera, where all of a sudden like you're getting hit in the face, so it's almost like you're
Yeah.
watching. I kind of like
That
that.
was kinda cool.
with the
Yeah.
blur, because if you get hit,
That's how you feel.
oh yeah.
I had to Google. I didn't realize that the first fight scene was Post Malone.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, that is
I
Post
didn't
Malone.
realize that either.
Yeah, Post Malone is the guy in the ring who won't fight Jake Gyllenhaal. He walks out and goes, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that.
Did you notice the restaurant next to the bookstore?
All right, so I got to be honest about this. I went in, and I will admit this, with a bad attitude because I didn't think this movie should be remade. I think there's a bunch of guy movies that should never be remade. Wedding Crashers. Don't remake Wedding Crashers. I love that. Just the way it is. Don't remake Old School. That was fine. That's the way it is. Slapshot. Don't remake Slapshot. You know what I mean? There's just some movies. So I kind of went in with a bad attitude, and I have my 14-year-old son who's with me. So I said to him to watch, and all of a sudden I look over, and I'm making him dinner. So I'm kind of half paying attention. He's like on his phone. I go, what are you doing? He's like, It's like, all right. So I tried to watch, and I got more in towards the end, but the story seems somewhat convoluted to me. Is that fair?
There was the characters didn't have, we just mentioned we just mentioned the original. We mentioned Terry Funk, we mentioned Jeff Healey, we mentioned Kelly Lynch. And what a big part of it. And Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. Who was the bad guy? Who was the guy who owned the town?
Oh, I don't even know. The guy that looked like
Ben somebody.
I thought he was
a pretty famous actor. He
thought
died
it was
recently.
Burroughs.
No, it's Ben Gonzaga or something with a G.
I see. Okay, yeah.
But I mean, you're right. But again, this is an old man rant.
But
do you understand what I'm saying?
But where's the personality in that movie? Except for
I didn't like the way it ended.
Except for Jake and McGregor.
Yes.
They were putting that showdown to go. But did you care about the doctor, the girl? No, I didn't care about her.
No.
Did you care about anybody that owned that bar?
There was no love story.
No.
No.
Did you care about anybody that owned that bar? No.
No. I didn't either.
I didn't care about anything in the movie.
The one guy I did like was the friendly guy from the gang.
That guy was
Hey, how's it going? Have a great day.
Well, he's like the fat guy in the original. And you know what was missing? Matt, do you remember the original? When at the end they have a fight scene and they're inside Ben Gazzara, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Ben Gazzara's house. He's the guy who's trying to buy the town, and he's got all these all the stuffed animals, taxidermy everywhere, and he's a giant polar bear, and the polar bear falls on the fat guy, and it like basically saves his life because he's just under this polar bear, and you see him go down, and that was like one of the funniest scenes. I mean, cheesy. I'm going to admit, I'll never say it was. I think it is the best, worst movie ever made.
Sure.
The original Roadhouse.
I agree.
Loved it. I fucking love it. I love every cheesy thing about it.
Right.
And this one, I just didn't. But then I go, did I not give it a fair shake? Because there are people on my hack post, by the way, that were under there going, I really enjoyed it.
Some people may.
I didn't hate it. But I did. But the more we're talking about it, the more that it was about him and McGregor.
What did you think? Because you sat and really watched it
For 20 minutes, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch this whole damn movie.
Yes,
I was like, this sucks.
Yes.
And I was like, well, I'm interested. You know, I've been waiting for this to come out, so I kept watching. And I kept going, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And in the end, I go, it didn't get fucking better.
Okay. All right. So that's what I want to hear because I didn't really, I feel like I didn't give it the fair shake only because, I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal looked like that first fight scene. I thought that looked all right.
That one was okay.
Yeah, where he slaps the guy across the face. And
but I mean, between the boat at the end,
and the stabbing and the shit,
it's just too much. It's like none of that's realistic at all.
No,
I get it's a movie, but let's not go too far with it.
Well, the thing was like you had a great premise. It was supposed to be like this. You know, Patrick Swayze's character was this. As I think, who was his buddy who played the What's for Dinner? Who's Sam Elliott. Thank you. I drew a blank. Sam Elliott says to him at one point, "You're the fighting philosopher," because he read these books. He was a philosopher. He did Tai Chi. He did all this shit. He was like this really bright guy who just didn't want to take a real job, so he would just go and clean up, shitty bars. He was known around the circuit of all the bad bars. Although I will tell you, I did enjoy Conor McGregor.
Me too.
I thought he was fantastic.
I did enjoy, and there's a lot of people writing they did not. They thought he sucked as an actor.
I didn't think so.
I just thought he was goofy.
Well,
I think that's that what they were going for?
I think they made him out to be like a villain.
Like
a villain.
You know what he was?
Like a villain from
he was
Superman.
Damien on cocaine, man. That's what it was. That's all I could think of. I go, oh my god! When he rips the wire and goes, hello, like when he pokes his head through the chicken wire, that made me laugh. There were a couple of scenes where I go, I kind of liked him in it. I thought he was pretty good.
The best was when they have that huge fight and they clear out the bar and the band is still in there playing.
Yes,
nobody.
yes, I roared at that. I was okay. So I also folded laundry because I got my kid with me. I put laundry. I come back out. I look at this and I see that. I burst out laughing.
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it. That was funny.
Just the old guys playing
That
it there.
was just perfect. That was
They
perfect.
should have put a band in there that like Keeley. They should have put somebody
Well,
in
Healy-
there that was. He was the house band.
That's where Angel Eyes.
Yeah.
Jeff. But that was a
Tread lightly. We went down this road before.
no. It's all right. It's a John Hyatt song.
We went down this road before.
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's
John
right.
Hyatt wrote
John
the
Hyatt's
song.
shitty version.
Van Morrison,
He's
John
not a
Hyatt.
shit. You know what? You have no taste.
We don't agree. We don't agree on much. But we agree. We agree on that.
No, but the restaurant in the movie, if you didn't notice, next to the bookstore is called the Double Deuce.
Oh,
They worked it in there.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes
I
sense.
noticed it. I don't know why I noticed it, but I just noticed it.
So as someone who's never seen the original Roadhouse,
go watch
Get
that
out.
one first.
I should watch that one.
I think you should. You know what? I would love, since you're like as pure as you can get. Only in this. Only in this. What?
What did you say?
As pure as you can
I'm
get
really innocent.
when it comes to this movie. She's not seen the original or the new one. I think it would be great if you watched the original and then the new one like a week later or a couple days
I
later.
think she should watch the new one
Yeah.
and then the original.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do it that way?
Because I want to see what her opinion is of the original. If she watches the original, she's just going to naturally think that. it's
Oh.
better. You watch the remake and then you watch.
All right.
Yeah.
See, look
I
at
can do
this.
that.
Is 2 or 3 times tonight.
Or
You've
date
been
night it
very
for like
much
3.5
smarter than me.
hours.
I can't sit.
See what happens when I see what happens when I work all day. And
Think?
Yes, and
Yes.
start thinking, and
Yeah.
you're always a smart guy. You are.
Now, oh my God,
What now?
I'm going to change the subject.
Why?
Do you know? Would you guys know how to do fractions? Would you know how to do fractions? Someone gave you
Did
a
'em
thing of
today.
fractions. Would you know how to do them?
Yeah,
them
I'd
today.
have to do a quick refresher, but yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I get a sheet, right? And it's fractions, and I'm like, so I take my phone, I'm like going on, like there's certain things that he'll be doing that I'll look at that I haven't done in 45 years.
Yeah.
And it ain't the same way you did it either.
it isn't.
No.
That new.
And I was saying my son is 25, so the only reason I probably could do it is because when he's going to school, they still had normal math. Mm-hmm. So he had to learn fractions.
That's the best
Other
part of
kids did
Aquinas.
not.
They do normal math. They don't
They-
do
they-
common core.
My
don't have to do
8-year-old
cover.
comes home and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I have to
I
about-
don't understand.
When they were in Greece, I had to message my teacher friends. I'm like, how the hell do I do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And then I'd pawn it off on Carrie.
Yeah. It was James. I think the older boys just missed the Common Core. And then Jordan went to private school, and then Jameson hasn't been around a whole lot.
Jameson's in Alabama, so the
Yeah.
You don't
math's
have
a
to
little
do the
different
math.
down there.
I think in Alabama you don't have. I think you just need a teaching certificate. Like I think you can graduate high school.
That's-
it's pretty sure.
All you need to know is all you need to know in Alabama
I
is the years
mean,
of
yeah.
the,
Word of
the,
God.
the Tide have won the national championships. All you need
Yes.
to know.
So you know how to say roll tide. That's all you need to know.
Oh my God, Matt! When I'm down there, that's all they had. They had the biggest. 1 yard had the biggest Trump flag I've ever seen in my life. The thing took up. You couldn't even see the house. And then a Jeep. And this is northern Alabama. We're 3-4 hours away from Tuscaloosa. This whole Jeep was tricked out roll tide. It came right off the factory. It looked that way. I'm sure it didn't, but it sure looked like
They
it.
used to have rules when Verizon opened a call center down there.
Yeah.
Because it was right in the middle of Auburn and Alabama. You could not wear Alabama or Auburn anything to the call center because it would spark fights.
Yeah. I could. I mean, it is a big deal down there.
Tense.
Did you get a good look?
Yeah, she's hot. Oops, sorry.
All right, we'll take a moment. I have 3 creep stories for you, Mark.
Okay, cool.
3.
Speaking of which,
I had 4 right there.
falling out of his chair.
3, but we'll discuss after each one. They're all true and all real.
Okay.
And then you decide, you tell us which one you
Creep of
think
the
is
week.
is the creep
Commentary
of the
when the big eyes came out.
is the creep of the week. All right, so I don't know what you did to BTB, but they brought the house tonight. We got the Tipsy Shamrock Shake, which, by
Yours
the way,
is almost gone.
yeah, because it goes down.
Because he's tipsy.
Like it's ice cream. It's phenomenal. This is so good.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Like, and you only have till the end of the month to get this, right? Till
Yeah.
so
So next Sunday.
next Sunday. You're not open on Easter Sunday?
We are, yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Brunch?
We do Easter brunch. Yep.
There you go.
Okay. Awesome. Good. Call to make reservations.
Yeah, they're filling up pretty quick right now. I think we're filled up until 11:30 or 12 right now, and then it's pretty open.
Okay. So, and what time does the brunch go to?
10 until 2 for regular brunch, but we'll run the prime rib and ham dinner all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Tipsy
awesome.
Shake?
Tipsy Shakes.
I just
Last
bought
day
a
of it.
ham. I just
Last
bought
day
a
of
ham. Now I want to
Tipsy
go to prime rib.
Yeah.
Screw that.
That's
And
awesome.
Saturday night's the last day of the month, so we'll also do prime rib on Saturday night. So
Okay. Wow. Man.
I'll be there.
That's it. And then I think Saturday, if you were observing, Lent, does that go
Fridays.
through Sunday?
Fridays to
Through
meat.
Friday. Friday's no
Fridays
meat?
no meat.
So, but you can eat Saturday.
Absolutely.
Perfect. That's
Good
awesome.
Friday.
Yes. And then you had the everything.
The everything quesadilla.
Like, there's everything in
Pulled
there.
pork, mac and cheese, onion straws, barbecue sauce,
it's basically our everything bowl in a quesadilla minus the eggs.
which you had. You've had that.
Yes, I have. And that's really, really good. What salad did you get?
Irish flag.
Irish flag, yeah.
Oh, the Irish flag salad.
Oh, there's some nice pistachios. On
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Pistachios are good and good for you.
Pistachios are great.
And then I had the. What is this? This is a
Chicken vodka.
Yeah, but the chicken vodka. I mean, this thing is huge.
It is huge.
It's like in a giant sub.
We should have taken a picture of it before you eat. Is what we should have done.
Yeah, I
We'll just take a picture of his shirt. And
You've
put it on
already
Facebook.
ate some of it, and it still looks like it would feed me for 3 meals.
And there's hot peppers in there.
Yeah, there's some peppers in there.
That
Some
fell off,
broccoli.
and I was
yeah.
eating the hot peppers. They're so good.
All their
The
big
vodka
chicken
stuff.
sandwiches are huge like that. I
Yeah.
had the one
don't-
time too.
yeah, we
It
don't
was
mess around.
Enormous.
Everything's big there.
Go big or stay home.
That's right.
That's the way it is. Go big or stay home. I just out of curiosity, because it was real. We had it here. The Old Bay crab dip with chips.
It's been a good seller.
I got to think it had to
Yeah.
be. Had to be during NCAA
Yeah.
March Madness. That had to be big. And the chicken blueberry sandwich.
Chicken blueberry sandwich is always a hit.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's going to be on the permanent menu eventually.
Okay. And then one of my favorites, and I shouldn't say this because I do have friends that own other restaurants, but I'll tell you what, that shepherd's pie.
Agreed.
That is really well done.
Good.
That
Glad you enjoyed it.
sell a lot.
It sold a lot.
Pizza of the month, buffalo chicken.
Had that. It was delicious.
Huge
Yep.
seller, yeah.
Did that. Oh wait, how about the Guinness chocolate mousse?
It's been a big move.
I gotta think it has to be. That's so good. The
It's
jump.
funny, man. People look for the specials as soon as they walk in the door. They're like, "We're getting a special menu, right?" It's crazy
Well,
how
that's
people
because you
jump
guys
on
have
that.
done such a great job with the
Yeah.
specials, and they're.
If
I
my
don't-
social media guy doesn't put it up on the first, people are complaining. Where's the special list? Where is it? They want to know. Before I come in, I want to see what's on it.
And even if you're not going specials, their menu is so big. There's something on there for everybody.
That's true. That's
and
true.
it's you name it, it's on there.
Right down to vegetarian and gluten-free people, too.
Have you had the blue egg martini yet?
No.
No. Have you? No. No.
I stay away
That
from
looks like a martini kind of guy.
Yeah, I stay away from that stuff.
I don't know. I mean, like, if you're in charge, you want to try a little bit of everything. I hear you, though.
He tries it with his pinky out.
Go there for March Madness this weekend
Yes.
and
Oh,
drink
yeah.
a martini.
That's right.
Kicks back off Friday.
Yeah,
And
Thursday.
then- so Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
This will be a little slower because the game starts
Start
so late.
later.
You have the RIT game on Thursday, 5 o'clock, ESPN.
I don't see why not. It's on ESPN.
All right.
It's on ESPN. It'll be on at BTB over
I saw
50
your post
TVs.
today. I was like, "Who the hell's? What's he talking about?" Oh, it's hockey. I wouldn't know a thing. About it.
The real Sweet 16.
All right, we'll take a moment. Creeps with Mark. We do it next.
RIT's Friday, Quinnipiac cassette.